So welcome back, I'm Andrew Block, Sound Alibi. This is the fourth little video. I thought we'd talk about getting the guitar sound and what amplifiers do I use. So I've got a few amps, as you can probably see from the video here. Nothing too high end, a lot of them I've had for some time. My main sound is created by two amps, the Fender Blues Junior 3, a stalwart, beautiful little valve blues amp. A great amp to overdrive with pedals, to set the sweet spot for overdrive on the amp, which I've done there at, the sort of volume, pretty low volume. I turn the reverb off and do that by digital pedal. I often have the fat mid sound turned up. That just helps it break up with the pedal overdrive. So the right hand channel is the Fender Blues Junior 3. The left hand channel is an old classic, the Fender Princeton reverb amp, 30 watt valve amp as well. So I have the guitar going into both of those amps, split from my pedal board. And my pedal board you can see displayed there. These are my main pick pedals. The main focus for me is to get a range of different flavors for overdrive. And you can see the sort of pedals that I'm using there. The Green Rhino, and I love the Walrus series of pedals. I think they're excellent. The Mayflower and the Voyager go really well together. The Zen Drive, which is excellent for that Robin Ford, very high output, quite clean and chimey overdrive. The Univibe and the Octafuzz for both the octave effects, but also a really loose Hendrixy sort of 60s overdrive sound. Then the classics, a bit of chorus, a digital delay, a digital reverb, and both the chorus, digital reverb, and the digital delay are all stereo, so that I can have separate channel responses into each amp. And you can see they go out left and right there into both the amps, and a volume pedal and a tuner. I've also got a noise gate just gated around most of the overdrive pedals, and a wah-wah pedal as well. The only other change that I make to get the sound that I want is the box with the Fender Blues Junior 3 is a bit small, a little 12-inch speaker, but a small box. So I actually put an external speaker onto this. So I bypass that and I put it into an old Marshall 100 watt VS100 that I bought second hand actually. I got it cheap years ago. I don't use the amp, but I use the speaker. It's got a beautiful Celestian greenback in it. So that's the external speaker for the Blues Junior on the right channel. And then as you can see there, I've got a mic mount. I just mic that up, and then I mic up the Princeton as well. And they both go into the preamp I was talking about in the previous video, the Joe Meek, which I get left and right balanced channels, and I can put a bit of compression on them. And that doesn't need to have great fidelity for sound, given that it's usually overdriven electric guitar sound. So hope that's helpful for you. That's my sound. I also occasionally use my old Fender Showman solid state amp from the 80s for some clean sound. I usually use a VMC, an RNC rather, compressor, which is a really nice compressor. That's what it stands for, just to warm up the clean sound. And occasionally I'll use the little Black Star amp, but that's not such a good amp for recording. It's mainly for practice. So that's the amps, Sound Alibi. Hope you've enjoyed it. Check out our new album. Released one just last week called Quiver Tree. So check it out. I'll speak to you soon. Next time we'll have a talk about the acoustic guitars. Bye for now.